Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there lived this king. He was a loved king. He treated all his subjects very fairly and very generously. One day, one of his subjects brought him a very large cat. The king was excited. The king loved gifts. He loved the cat. He was overjoyed. He said, "I wonder what I should name this cat." Well, the subject said, "Well, this cat is a very great cat, but it is not greater than you, O king." And the king said, "Well, that's very nice of you to say, but I think this cat is something I've never seen before. Not this great. What is the greatest thing I know?" "Well, the greatest thing there is the sky. There's nothing bigger than the sky. It covers everything. I'm going to name this cat Sky." So he goes, "Here, Sky, Sky." Cat jumps up on his lap, goes, "Brr, meow, meow." And he says, "Sky it will be." The next day, the king's wife walks into the palace, sees the king sitting on the throne and this huge cat next to the throne. And she says, "Dear, do you see that very large cat sitting next to you?" And he goes, "Yes, this is my new cat. His name is Sky." And she goes, "Well, he's a beautiful cat and very large. Why did you name him Sky?" "Well, Sky is the greatest thing I know, and this is the greatest cat I've ever seen. I named him Sky." She goes, "Well, you know, there is something greater than the sky." And he said, "There is?" And she said, "Yes, clouds. Clouds can cover the sky, so they must be greater than the sky." "Well, that's an interesting point to think about. Okay, I'll name him Cloud." "Here, Cloud." Cat jumps up on his lap, "Brr, meow," and purrs and meows and licks him. So he goes, "Cloud it will be." The next day, the daughter comes into the kingdom, into the palace, and says, "Father, what a beautiful large cat you have there. What is his name?" And he says, "I named this Cloud." She goes, "Cloud, what an interesting name. But he's not all white and fluffy like a cloud. Why did you name him Cloud?" "Well, a cloud can cover the sky, and the sky is the greatest thing I know, so I named him Cloud." So she says, "Well, that's very interesting. But you know, there is something stronger than a cloud." And he said, "There is?" And she said, "Of course, the wind. The wind can blow around a cloud, and the cloud covers the sky." So he goes, "Well, the wind blows clouds. Clouds cover the sky. Sky is the greatest thing I know. Okay, let's see if wind works. Here, wind, here, wind." And the cat jumps up on his lap, meow, brr, brr, licks him. "Okay, well then, wind it will be." Well, would it be that the next day the son walks into the palace? Son sees his father sitting on the throne. "Hey, Dad, wow, look at that cool cat. That is a large cat. And what's his name?" And he goes, "Oh, this is Wind." And he goes, "Wind? What an unusual name for a cat." He goes, "Well, wind is a very strong thing. The wind can blow clouds, clouds can cover the sky, and sky is the greatest thing I know." And he goes, "Wow, yeah. But you know, there's something that's stronger than wind." And the father says, "There is?" And he goes, "Yes, of course, a wall." He goes, "A wall? Sure, a wall can stop wind." And he goes, "You know, I never thought about that. You're right. A wall can stop wind. Okay, let's try that. Here, wall." Cat goes, meow, jumps up on his lap, starts purring, licking him. Then wall it will be. Well, as things go in this kingdom, the next day, the jester comes in. Now, you all know what the jester does. The jester's there to make the king and the royal family happy and make them laugh, you know, when things get a little tough and stuff. But it's a very nice kingdom, and people aren't sad that much there, and there's not a lot of stress. But the jester has a real easy job. So anyway, the jester goes, "Wow, wow, wow, look at that cat. Look at that cat. I've never seen a cat that big. Oh my God, did you? I've never seen a cat that big. Wow, what a cool cat." And the king goes, "Yes, that's my new cat. Wow, what a cool cat. What's his name?" "Wall." And he goes, "Wall? You named a cat Wall? Why would you name a cat Wall?" And he goes, "Well, a wall can stop the wind, and the wind can blow a cloud around, and a cloud covers the sky, and the sky is the greatest thing I know. So I named him Wall." So the jester goes, I see. Huh. But you know, Your Majesty, there is one little thing wrong with that." And he goes, "There is?" And he goes, "Well, the way I see it, there is one thing that is stronger than a wall." And he goes, "Tell me about it." He goes, well, a mouse. A mouse can gnaw a hole right through the wall. You ever think about that? He goes, mouse can gnaw a hole through the wall. So a mouse is stronger than a wall. And a wall is the wind is cloud. Cloud is sky. You're right. Okay, let's see if it works. Here, mouse, here, mouse. The cat comes running up, rubs against his leg, purrs and meows and purrs and meows and goes, mouse it is, mouse it is. Okay, from now on, the royal cat's name is Mouse. Well, next day the servant comes in to bring breakfast to the king. And this is quite a long week, actually. And the servant says, Your Majesty, what an amazing cat. I've never seen a cat like that. That's huge. And the cat goes, yes, I named him Mouse. And the servant chuckles a little bit and he goes, excuse me, Your Majesty? And he says, I named him Mouse. And why would you name your cat Mouse? Well, a mouse can gnaw through a wall, and a wall can stop the wind, and wind can blow clouds around, and clouds cover the sky, and the sky is the greatest thing I know. So I named him Mouse. And the servant thinks, and he serves the breakfast and everything, and he's thinking about it. He starts to bow and walk away. And as he's just about out, he turns around and goes, Your Majesty, if I may, there's one thing that's even stronger than a mouse. And he says, there is? And he goes, well, the way I look at it, cats can kill a mouse. They eat mice. And then the king is thinking, he goes, cats can kill a mouse, and a mouse can gnaw through a wall, and a wall can stop the wind, and the wind can blow around the clouds, and the clouds cover the sky. The sky is the greatest thing I know, and it all comes back to a cat. That's it. I'm going to name him Cat. Here, Cat. The cat jumps up on his lap, meow, meow, paw, paw, and gives him a couple of licks. And he goes, well, then it is Cat. And that's it.